Is your debt causing you sleepless nights? Knock your debt out with Debt KO. And your debt won't be the only thing keeping you up at night. Debt KO, free, impartial advice on all your debt.
Andrew McCART, IFL TV, in association with MTK Global. Delighted to be joined by the one and only Tony Bellew. It's good to see the moustaches going though, Tony.
Mate, you're not as happy as I am to get it off. I've had a ferret attached to my lip for a month, and it wasn't nice, but it was all in the cause of something really good, you know, prostate cancer, suicide prevention, and that's about it, mate. So yeah, happy.
Let's talk about Jazza then. You were very vocal in the green area there. You're always a passionate... Yeah, well, I heard you. You're always passionate when it comes to Scousers and your own and stuff like that. But Jazza, for me, that and the Lee Wood fight was punch perfect almost for me.
It was. He was brilliant in the Lee Wood fight. He was absolutely amazing. It was a relentless pace in that fight. Tonight he was in with a thinker in Walsh, and he went about his business and got the job done. You know, we spoke about it in the build-up, what he had to do, what he had to follow through with. Graham, well done. Amazing. Well done, mate. So, you know, we knew what he had to do. Walsh is a kid who's got power in either hand, is classy, you know, is dangerous, and you have to stay at a certain pace of the fight. You have to dictate the range. And he done that tonight, Jazza Dickens. You know, he just kept tapping away at Walsh consistently all night. And we thought that, you know, eventually he would get really frustrated. And he did. We've seen a couple of times in the fight where he rushes and lunges in and gets nailed by Jazza a few times. And then at one point in the fight, he thinks it's a WWE Royal Rumble and he tumbles Jazza to the floor. But Jazza gets up, smile on his face and just carries on doing what he's doing. So it's been a game plan put together brilliantly by Georgie Vaughan and Derry Matthews. And it's been executed perfectly by Jazza Dickens. So full credit to the team, Georgie Vaughan, Derry Matthews. You know, Jazza Dickens, it's been an amazing performance, it really has. And the performance of the tournament, in my opinion, you know, he's waited till the final. You know, it was a 50-50 fight going in. The bookies couldn't separate them. And tonight, Jazza Dickens has shown he's just a level above these guys again at this level. So let's see what's next. You know, I'm talking to the WBC. Tonight, he's getting ranked with all the bodies after this fight. He already is quite highly ranked. I think Walsh was number 9, Jazza was somewhere around.
Walsh was number 1, I think, in the WBO. Was that Jazza?
The WBO. Well, Jazza...
Walsh was ranked 1 in the WBO, I think.
So Walsh is 1 with WBO. Jazza Dickens is 15 in the WBC. He'll now be in the top 10, I would think so. And then the IBF and WBA, that's just, we want him with all the rankings because next stop is a world title fight for Jazza Dickens.
That's what I was going to say. Next for you. Is that well taken?
Is to go and push, you know, and knock on the doors of the governing bodies and try and get the world title fight over the line. You know, I'm very grateful and very thankful to MTK Global for what they've done. They've been brilliant. You know, MTK Global didn't have to follow through with this tournament while this pandemic was going on. They could have easily put it on hold and said, wait till the crowds are back and get it back in. This was an expensive fight to put on, and they've done it. They've bit the bullet. Massive credit to MTK Global. It's been a fantastic thing what they've done. They've kept the boxers active. They're only one of 3 promoters in this country who is losing money hand over foot, but putting it out there and keeping the boxers active. MTK Global, Eddie Hearn, and the other fella.
Frank one?
That's the one, mate. Yeah, I forgot his name for a second. But yeah, so these guys are losing money hand over foot, but fair play, they're doing it. And, you know, once again, thank you very much to MTK Global, a brilliant organisation and fantastic what they've done for the fighters. So thank you very much.
A quick one, Derry Matthews and George Vaughan. I mean, George, 82, I believe he is, man, still going, jumping in and out of that ring like he's 16 again. So quick one on them two.
He's Georgie Vaughan, mate. There's no one in the game who knows more. You know, a fantastic brain. Okay. People will say, well, can he physically do what he was doing in his 30s or his 40s? That's not what it's about. He's got a young understudy in Derry Matthews who follows through with the physical side of the demands of the game. Ultimately, George is there watching every move Jazza Dickens does. George is there with him on the hills, running with him on his bike, following him around, making sure he's doing everything diligently to follow Georgie's plan. That's all that matters. Jazza Dickens is a student of the game. He trains perfectly. He's an absolute fabulous athlete. He's someone kids should look up to, Jazza Dickens. He's somebody who's come from a really tough background, a really tough neighbourhood, and has fought his way through literally and he's now at the very top. You know, we're on the verge of a world title fight, and one that he's going to win. Jazza Dickens is going to become world champion, and I cannot wait to see it.
And I echo that again. You do a lot of work for Sky. Will you be down there Friday night for Billy Joe Saunders and Mark Murray?
I do bits, yeah. I'm to and from, but I've come here tonight, and hopefully, you know, I'm home to rest now for the weekend, because I've been away enough, and I just want to get back home, you know. So main thing is Jazza Dickens has won, and the champ is here.
I want to get one more thing, because I know you want to go and see Jazza, because I do thank you for your time here, Tony, but I want to get your thoughts on the Joyce Dubois thing and everything. Obviously, get your thoughts on Joyce and his win, but a lot of people are quite negative towards Dubois for taking the knee. I just want to get your thoughts on that as well.
First and foremost, full credit to two of the fighters for taking the opportunity and taking the big chance. It was a huge fight. Both that didn't need to take it, but they did. They stepped up to the plate. I doubted whether Joyce could take what Daniel Dubois could dish out early on. I was wrong, first and foremost. But I was wrong because Joyce proved me wrong, not because Daniel Dubois blew up or whatever. Joyce is an animal and a monster and a dangerous man, a heavyweight. This guy can absorb an awful lot, and he can dish out even more than he can absorb. So he's always going to be dangerous. I know what you want to ask, you know, what happened with Daniel Dubois. It's quite clear for everyone to see what happened with Daniel Dubois. And I've heard about the fractured eye socket and he's got damage and stuff like that. And I feel for him, I really do. I think the kid's an amazing prospect. I think he's one of the best athletes in the heavyweight division. But if there's something lacking, you will get found out in boxing. And we found that out last Saturday night. It's as simple as that. I hope he can come back because he's young. You know, if you're doing that at 33, 34, your career's over. Say goodbye to it. But at 21, 22, whatever he is, he's still a baby in heavyweight terms. But I'm not going to lie, that's extremely hard to come back from. Because believe it or not, another fighter down the road is going to ask him them same questions Joyce asked him in that 10th or whatever round it was, 10th or 11th round. So another fighter will get to that point and ask him them questions again. And the first time is always the hardest time, believe you me. My coach used to always say that to me. John Doolan, Duke, used to always, just lad, don't ever spew it. And I don't like to use that phrase because I don't think Daniel Dubois, I'm quitting, I've had enough. I just think he's thought, I'm hurt here and I'm feeling every shot that's hit me in the face. But I'm sorry, mate, that mentality isn't enough. Because you just have to, in your mind, you think, I don't care. I do not care. And that's I only say this because that's how I felt. When I was fighting, I've had gashes over my eyes that was 20 stitches. I've had hands broken, I've had to carry on fighting. I've had me nose smashed in round one and been put on me flat on my ass, dropped flat on my face. You cannot care. You have to go, I do not care. You are going to have to do me good and put me asleep. That's the only way I'm stopping. It's then up to your coach to save you, or basically the referee. I'm very fortunate. I've been saved in my career twice by two referees. Once in the Usyk fight and once in the Adonis Stevenson fight. Them two referees saved my life. Michael Griffin saved my life. And the second one was that bad against Usyk. I can't even remember who the referee was. But he saved my life. 100% saved my life. Because although I'm up at 5 and 6 in both fights and I get stopped on my feet, I was one punch away from being really badly hurt. So the referee saves me. But believe you me, if the referee says you can fight on, I was fighting on. Different things, different fighters. But if you want to be at the highest level and you want to be a champion, you have to have that kind of unstable craziness in your mind. You have to have it in your mindset, in my opinion. And then I've had all the abuse. Oh, what did you say about this one quitting, that one quitting? Well, when Kell Brook wasn't feeling too well when his happened, I said it live on Sky Sports. I said it out. I said what I seen with Kell Brook, and then people said, oh, what about Anthony Joshua? I genuinely, to this day, Anthony Joshua, in my opinion, didn't quit. A man who climbs off the floor 2 or 3 times does not quit. A man who's trading punches with another guy who's 19, 20 stone and he's going for it isn't quitting. Never once did I see Anthony Joshua say, I don't want no more. Never once did I see Anthony Joshua say, I can't see. All as I see Anthony Joshua was, get his ass off the floor and fight. Yeah. And that's what fighters do. We are a rare breed and we are a strange set of people. But believe you me, When you find the right one, he will not give in and he will not back down. I know, because I'm one of them daft lunatics who's been there and done it. I'm not saying this because it's an opinion. I'm saying this because I've been there and done it. I've got the t-shirt. So I only wish Daniel Dubois good luck going forward. I really do. You know, I'm not digging him while he's down, I'm not kicking him while he's down, but believe you me, mate, if you are going to come back to the game, you are going to encounter one of them moments again. You will get to round 10 in a fight. It's going to be physically really hard, really draining. But in your mindset, you have to incorporate, I do not give a fuck. I do not care. You can hit me with a fucking bat and I am going to keep going as long as I can. The only person that's stopping this is me coach or the referee. I am not giving in. And I'm sorry to say, that's dangerous. You can have you say whatever you think of me or whatever. I don't give a shit. But that is the mindset you have to have in a boxing ring.
Talk about lunatics. Final question before I let you go. You said you're one of the mental lunatics. Now let's just put this out there. Mike Tyson's going to keep fighting. If he comes to Tony Bellew, come on, Tony! Come on, Tony! If Mike Tyson said Tony Bellew...
Mike Tyson says Tony Bellew, my response would be never let your idols become your rivals, and that is enough. Thank you very much.
Well done, Tony. Well done. Thank you.
Is your debt causing you sleepless nights? Knock your debt out with Debt KO. And your debt won't be the only thing keeping you up at night. Debt KO, free impartial advice on all your debt.